Hey guys, Ben Labadie here, and I'm with Jeffrey Comisky. I call him Jeff Comisky. You go by Jeff or Jeffrey?
Jeff's good.
Why do you put Jeffrey on the Facebook there?
Legal name, I guess.
Legal
what
name.
My mother gave me.
Good stuff. Okay, so here's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about a group that you're starting up. We're starting up. I'm glad to be a part of this. That is a networking and professional development group here in Chatham, Kent that pretty much everybody's welcome to. Anybody that wants to network, meet more people, learn more things, professional development, and network. So let's talk a little bit about that. And it's going to be September 20th, 7:30 a.m. There are always going to be some breakfasts, right?
Absolutely.
And good breakfast. Is there a cost to the breakfast?
Yes, $15 will be our first event cost.
Okay.
And that'll cover the expense of the facility and breakfast.
And that's going to be at Smitty's.
Correct.
Okay, so tell us a little bit what people can expect when joining a networking and professional development group.
Yeah, so about 3 years ago I moved back from London. I started a networking group there called the London Ontario Professional Network. It's actually was a LinkedIn group at the time because that seemed to be a big thing for professionals at the time. We decided to turn it from something that would be strictly social media related to something where you could actually have a tangible meeting and sit down and meet with people.
Right.
So we chose breakfast events as our kind of space.
Okay.
And
people love breakfast.
They love breakfast, and we all got to eat it, or we should.
Yeah. Okay, so it should be fun. So who can go and who would want to go? So, for example, most people know that I'm in real estate.
Yes.
I also love politics, and I meet a lot of people. So I already have a large networking group, but it's never ending. I always want to meet more people and learn more from the other people I meet who are in business or are in real estate or fields close to that, like mortgage brokers, insurance agents, and that. So I'm always learning. So who would benefit most from this?
Well, business owners, small business owners specifically, love networking groups because it's a nice way to connect with other business owners.
Right.
Maybe people going through the same types of challenges and struggles as they start to build their business.
And business is always a struggle for most part.
Yes.
It's always learning, always a struggle.
Always learning. Okay,
and there'll be some speakers. Okay, so it's not just people meeting. Okay,
correct.
Not people just eating breakfast. Although that's good too. I can do that regularly and have coffee, kind of like a Live with Ben coffee cup. But what can they expect? What will happen in a meeting?
So the meetings will start at 7:30. People can come late and go early because we'll probably get comments to say, hey, I can't be there at 7:30 or I have to be at my place of employment by 9 o'clock. Perfect. Breakfast will start at 8. We'll usually try to have a buffet, or depending on where we are, it might be just, you can have this option or this option.
Right.
People that want to come at 7:30, great opportunity to actually physically connect, maybe chat with other people. I think Ben's going to do live with Ben. Each session starting at 7:30, we might just talk to a few people. Maybe.
Well, what I want to do is engage more with the business community and anybody that shows up. So we'll do probably a 30-minute show introducing people that show up and what do they do. So not only do we learn more about each other there, but the community itself and the people watching can learn more about them. And it could be I'm doing a lot of stuff with council candidates and mayor candidates and that. It's good for them too to network, right? So that'll be pretty cool, introducing people and learning more about everybody that shows up. And if you guys are watching, you'll be able to learn that as well. So, for example, what would one topic be per at a meeting?
Well, the first topic.
Okay.
We've talked about what we're going to do. We're going to do the power of a proper introduction. Some people will call it your elevator speech, or just your ability to talk about yourself.
Right.
Now, we're going to do a little bit differently, and it'll be interesting because I'm going to set up a bunch of questions that you will sit down with 4 other people and you'll kind of pair off with someone hopefully you don't know. You should be sitting with people you know or people you know less of anyways. You might know them but don't know specifically about them. Yeah. And I'll ask a bunch of questions and you'll kind of interview the other person. And then the idea is it's sometimes very difficult to say, this is Jeff Comisky, this is what I do. But it might be easy for me to say, this is my friend Ben, this is what he does. This is what makes Ben tick. Right. So you'll introduce the other person. It'll then give you some ideas as you go back after that and develop your elevator speech. I'll explain that in a second, so that you can prepare that and know what that is.
Awesome. Let's say hi to a couple of people. Hi Sue, hi Matt, Lacey, Marjorie, Ryan Jackson, Michael Bondi. How you doing, man? Sarah Charbonneau. Do you need to register for this, or can one just show up? I don't currently own a business, but I am actually in the planning stages and feel. And you know what, Sarah, that is perfect for people. And we talked about, Jeff and I talked about this earlier. It's about potential entrepreneurs learning more about the people that can help them. Not only that, but learn more about business in general. So do you have to be a member, or do you have to register before, or can they just show up?
I would prefer you to register, because we have to be fair to Tom at Smitty's. If we're expecting 20, that would be awesome. If we get 50, that would be great. But it probably wouldn't be too awesome for Tom if we told him 20 and 50 showed up.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'd make it happen, but he would be much more prepared, and our experience would be much better if we had a better idea of who's going to show up.
So, Sarah, we're going to set up a little event page here shortly here, so that you can let us know if you're interested or going, so that we can have a good idea to inform the host how many people they can expect. Because when they're serving breakfast and that, it always helps. But in general, you'll have guests too. People can bring guests later, right?
Absolutely, everyone's invited. It doesn't matter. There's no specific on one person per industry. The more the merrier. We'll learn a lot about each other. Going back to who should come.
Right.
Great question, Sarah. Because we kind of had a list here of business owners, people that are in sales. Because one of the great things we're going to do is talk about different techniques to help you develop as a salesperson. Right. We talked about current and potential entrepreneurs, and Sarah, you fit into that boat. And then the other thing is, people might say, well, I don't fit into any of those categories, but anyone who wants to work on themselves from a professional or personal development perspective will gain stuff over the course of a series of meetings that we have.
And I always think everybody, no matter who you are, is a potential future entrepreneur. Because all it takes is that one idea that comes through your mind, right, that one day, and then, and when you're around people that are in business, and you're around people that are self-employed, you get more of a confidence about yourself that you can do it as well. That's one thing I've always learned, is that the more you hang around other people that are self-employed, the more easy it comes to you, and you can learn a lot just by talking to them and how they talk and stuff, and about their regular day.
Today is a classic example, man.
Okay.
And you didn't know this was coming, but I'm sitting here at your office staring at your phone.
Yep.
We got some lights in the background, which you people can't see. We're sitting over here in front of his desk, and I'm learning a little bit more about Facebook Live. I saw it.
Yep.
I've watched a lot of your shows.
Right.
I never quite understood. Mm-hmm. If we hadn't met and developed our networking relationship, I probably wouldn't be here. Right. So now I know a little bit more about what the other candidates are going through that you're interviewing. And it's very interesting. And as Kirk Hooker said, I kind of feel like Andre the Giant is inside me. So that's another one that, I watched that show. People are going to learn a whole bunch of different things. Mm-hmm. Like the elevator pitch. What is that? So I hop on an elevator with you. Maybe we don't have too many in Chatham, Ken, but enough. But you hop on an elevator and we're going to go up 4 or 5 floors at a hotel. Yep. And someone says, what do? You want to be able to hand them a business card, but in 30 seconds, you got to be able to be very clear, concise, and quick. And they'll say, this is what I do. Here's my card. Can I have yours? Can I follow up? Yeah. So that's the elevator pitch. Okay. We'll learn that at our first meeting. Right.
And when it comes back to even these Facebook Lives and social media, the group that is around there, like I'll be there, if you guys have been following, I do these regularly, and you can learn from that, and so can everybody else. So there'll be lots to share between each other as business owners or content creators or social media people type thing. So there'll be lots to learn, and professional development as well on top, more beyond just kind of like the elevator speech. There'll be more. What other kind of topics can people expect?
Well, we went through a whole list of topics, and feel free to chime in and ask us for topics that you might be interested in. Obviously, we're sitting here having a conversation, but it's really for, one, kind of promoting it, and two, maybe we're going to learn a little bit today about what other people might be interested in. We thought we'd focus on some things that would be interesting. One, personal wellness. So whether
Yep.
that's mental wellness, personal fitness, diet,
Yep.
nutrition, we might, we're not going to have that consistently, but maybe, once or twice a year, we'll have people who talk to that.
Right.
We're going to definitely do some sales techniques. We're going to talk about sales funnels. We're going to talk about effective marketing using Facebook Live, all the different things.
Yep.
We're going to talk about coaching, hiring a coach.
Yep.
Everyone should probably have a coach, whether it's just someone who's a friend who's your coach,
Yep.
or someone who's professional in that space.
Right.
So we'll probably have some coaches come in. What else do we have? We'll probably talk about cybersecurity, a big issue.
Right.
We'll have some website, maybe someone talk about websites and the different
Right.
things that can be done. Investing in real estate. Maybe we can have you do a special session on that.
Yeah.
I guess those were the topics we originally had thought about.
Right. So yeah, there's going to be a wide range, and as the group grows and desires different things or wants different things to learn about, we get those speakers in over a period of time. So there's how many once a month?
The idea is we'll have 12 events, maybe it's 11, I guess, as
Okay.
optics turn out, but we'll probably have like 8 or 9 breakfast events.
Okay.
And then I always found in London when I did, it was nice that have kind of celebrations, because it's all business when we're there in the morning, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's nice and you get a different crowd.
Yeah, 'cause
and
you're-
more people exposure.
You're there in the morning, then you got to go to work, right?
Right.
Then you got to go do your business,
Right.
that you're trying to
So
to learn more
sometimes it's
about.
nice to meet at like 5 o'clock, have
Yeah.
a social beer or cocktail, and
Yeah.
kind of get to know each other on a different level. So we'll have 2 or 3 of those every year, and we'll probably try to do one towards the holiday.
Right. And what do you guys do for your networking? How do you guys meet more people more often and network with whatever group you want to? I know for me, I kind of create my own groups. Okay, so you've actually become part of the 6 a.m. group.
I have, yes.
Right?
Thank
so
you.
every day we do a walking group, and the cool thing about our walking group, we have people that are in business, not in business, but we bounce ideas off each other. I call it solving the world's problems.
That's correct.
Okay, so every morning we're out there. Some of us more often than not. I haven't been, every day lately.
Tardy.
But I mean, when you get a chance to bounce ideas off of other people, especially people that you don't communicate with all the time, because we're there for an hour walking. We got nothing else to do but solve the world or
Right.
do what we can. So this is an opportunity really to do just that, is network with other people. So Sarah, fantastic idea. Now Sarah herself is basically always networking. She's a young politician in the making. I see her at all the events and that, so she's all over the place.
Well, she should come out.
Yeah, and it's people from nonprofits,
Absolutely.
companies. So what else? What cool thing here? You talk about that right there.
Okay, well, we kind of said, why would people want to network? And here's the 5 things that we kind of came up with. 1, Ben sells real estate.
Right.
How many real estate people are in Chatham Kent, Ben?
There's around 150 of them.
And you're all kind of competing for the same types of clients.
Absolutely.
So what makes you different than everyone else? Lots of things, obviously,
Right.
all the things you do. But one of the things that you do when you learn and you come to a networking group, you get to see a face and a name.
Yep.
And you maybe get to learn a little bit more about Ben in a different space.
Right.
So that you become more referable,
Okay.
right? And the idea is referability is a huge thing. So one of the things we'll learn is, okay, we'll do some chats. You're going to be each other's board of directors.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, I have a question about that. What should I do? Well, you should probably think about this. These are some of the pitfalls I went
Right.
through. All of a sudden, we become a little expert in our own little space
Yep.
in the minds of the other people that are there.
Okay.
It's very easy to talk to someone and say, give this person a call
Mhm.
when you have a point of reference.
Right.
Networking allows you to do that. Number 2, we talked about professional development. Huge. We're going to have a lot of great speakers. We're going to have a lot of interesting topics.
Mhm.
They're going to help us grow. 3, we talked about it. We're going to develop this. We're going to let this networking group grow. But we're going to talk about opportunities, how we can give back to our community. We'll
Right.
explain some of that at the networking event.
And let's get back to the referrals. So most of my business, most of my clients come from referrals. And those referrals aren't because I sold somebody's house per se. Like, it's because I've done other things in other spaces, like a walking group, like fitness, I do a seniors. I do a lot of stuff. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm out there doing a lot of things, and those are where the referrals come from for real estate for me, from spaces that are not real estate related, but people that know me. And that's what I think you're more getting to when you're sitting there introducing yourself to other people in the networking group. You know, they get to know you, and then they can refer.
Right. They're gonna have an opportunity to sit down and have a
Right.
breakfast with you, and they're gonna say, "I really like the way he presents himself.
Yeah.
I like the way he talks about things. I like the way he cares about these topics and issues."
Right.
All of a sudden, you just have a level of comfort.
Yeah.
It's changing you from someone who, yeah, I know Ben, he sells real estate, to, I actually know Ben.
Yeah.
Here's why you should work with him.
Right. So you would refer me, of course.
Of course.
All right. Okay, so hey guys, if you guys got any questions, if you're watching this on the replay, don't be scared to throw in a comment or a question, and Jeff and I will be able to answer it. Most likely Jeff will be able to answer it more in depth. And yeah, so September 20th, we're going to be creating a Facebook page, event page, so people can, go in or interested. Hey Darren, how you doing? And again, it's going to be pretty much 12 events for the year, once a month, breakfast, and they're going to be changing locations? Or?
We'll try to do a couple different locations
Okay.
to make it interesting and keep it fresh and unique.
Cool, and different topics each time. Again, we're networking, professional development, going to learn a lot of stuff about other people and allow other people to learn about you.
Correct.
Right? So that is good. And again, it's pretty much open to anybody, because it really does open everything up to business owners, anybody in sales, anybody in politics, nonprofits looking for partnerships, and that anybody looking for. What do you got here?
Well, there's a tradition, isn't there?
There is a tradition. I like the tradition.
I
by
think
the way.
he's enjoying the tradition.
Yeah.
Well, there's a tradition where you kind of get a gift, and we've been
Okay.
buddies for a long time. We've done a bunch of things together, and you're helping with my personal fitness goals, working on it
Yep.
slowly. So one of the things that I do, it's kind of one of those referability things. Here's
Right.
that building your own board of directors. I give a nice little book to my life insurance clients when I get them. It allows them to keep notes, maybe tracking
Right.
expenses, etc. So I'd like to give you one of those.
Is that leather?
That's pleather.
Pleather.
And then I'm going to tease it as well, because what I always say is a speaker, if you get chosen to be a speaker, which is a privilege,
Right.
and I'm going to be the first speaker, not really speaker, just kind of the coordinator of the event.
Right.
The speaker has to give a gift that we'll have a draw for to the people that attend, so you have a chance to win something. So
Awesome stuff.
Ben gets one, but someone else will get one too.
Awesome stuff. Hey, and that's some quality stuff right here. Hi guys, Courtney Wells. Is this a separate initiative from Business After Hours? Yes, it is. Business After Hours is a totally different group, and they do a night thing. And I think they have one. They've been doing that forever.
They do it every monthly,
that's-
right? And it's
yeah.
usually on a Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah, and they
third
do it at a
Wednesday.
different place of business each time.
Absolutely.
And they get a great group, and that's another great opportunity that people should take advantage of.
Should be networking there.
Yeah, is getting out to those business after hours, especially if you're in business anywhere.
Hence why we're trying to do breakfast as well.
Right.
Different space once
Yeah,
again.
different space, and you might see some of the same people.
Of course.
But those are always good opportunities. But yeah, hey Nancy, how you doing? So
One more thing on sales too, and one of the things that I've read, and you do a lot of reading on that. For you to meet an acquaintance and then have that person turn into a client,
right,
you have to have touch points.
okay,
And they say 7 touch points before someone trusts you enough to allow you to be their
All right.
representative. So you might meet them at business after hours.
yeah.
You come to the unnamed networking group, which we're working
We're working
on
on
a
a
name.
cool name. So if you guys have name ideas,
Please share.
share them.
Because we might pick one.
Yes.
So that might be another touch point. Maybe just another social setting, maybe a business setting.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, how many times are you going to get a chance to meet them? The quicker you can have those 7 touch points, the quicker you end up having new clients turn in, new prospects turn into clients.
Yes.
I call that, we talked about one thing, it's called a slight edge. So let's just say I want to meet 100 people.
Right.
From now, 100 new people in Chatham-Kent from now to February.
Okay.
How can I do that? Get out and start meeting people. And
Yeah.
how do you do that? You start taking events in different places where you can get in front of those people quicker. So this is just one of those things where maybe you can turn the dial up on your
seven touch points. I like
seven
that.
touch points, yeah, for sure. So maybe, if I go to one networking event, that's going to meet 7 new people. If I go
Right.
to 4 or 5 different networking events, go to different, whatever social circuits or walking group, right? I met
Yeah.
a few people I've never met.
Right.
So my dial, my percentage of growth starts exponentially growing because, well, we talked about referability, right?
Mm-hmm.
I met you. Now you're referring new people to me. People in the walking group are
Right.
referring people to me. People will meet us here at these networking events. They're going to
Yeah.
start. So all of a sudden, I might have thought I was going to meet 100 people. Well, maybe I meet 1,000
Yeah.
in that period of time. It's drastic, but I'm just saying it's called a slight edge where you just change
Right.
your path.
Okay. I like it. The slight edge. Okay, and what do we got here?
So the other thing that I think entrepreneurs are really going to get out of this too is a lot of people start businesses, and anyone who's done it will say there's a lot of growing pains and things
Yeah.
that you kind of learn as you go.
I'm always learning.
Right.
I always have pain.
When you work in a big company, and I worked in really big companies,
Yeah.
they have a big, huge infrastructure and lots of people and experts and people that very qualified and well paid.
Right.
And they'll say, hey, from a legal perspective, you have to do this.
Yeah.
Right. For a small entrepreneur, you have to go hire a lawyer to do that, and that's what
Right.
they do. Someone has to help them with insurance and says, no, you should really look at these 7 different things. And if you're buying a building, you should look at these types of things.
Yeah.
Sometimes within this group, you'll get a smaller group of people that you really collaborate with, and then you can kind of build your own little board of directors where it's like,
Right.
hey, I got a question, I'm just going to ask Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff doesn't have to be my guy today, but once again, it's another touch point.
Yeah.
Someone asked me a question today. What about this on insurance? I'm like, here are the 3 things I would recommend. We never talked about it. They have someone
Right.
else. But they just asked me an opinion. What do you think about this topic? I'm like, these are 3 things I would start to look at. If you want me to look at it closer, of course I can.
Right.
But, another touch point.
Awesome stuff. I like it. Slight Edge Networking Group. Is that a name already taken, Jeff? I think probably.
I don't know. I think the slight edge might be trademark. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, Sue. Thanks.
All right, guys. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up here. And so, again, September 20th, 7:30 a.m. We're going to put an event page up so that you guys can, click the going button. And
We'll start a group too, right?
Yeah, we'll start a Facebook group in that so that people can be part of that. And we'll be sharing information on that. And we'll be able to kind of go over what was discussed in each meeting or whatever. So it's going to be interesting. And you guys are invited. So, hey, guys, if you're watching this, don't be scared to come out. So
One more great point. You and I are pretty social butterflies. We get out there. We're not afraid to talk, and people probably say, Jeff, you need to slow down on the talking. You got 2 of these and 1 of these.
Yeah.
Learn to listen a little bit more. But the good thing about a networking group like this is it's very easy. It's breakfast.
Yeah.
So some people aren't so comfortable in that space.
Right.
This is the professional development for them to get more comfortable
Yep.
in a very easy, open environment.
Awesome. Okay, guys, that's it. Again, my cup is empty. It's Live with Ben. And we will talk to you guys later. Don't be scared to throw some comments in there. And if you could do us a favor, hit that share button for us, okay? So from Jeff and I, have a good one. Talk to you guys later.